Hi, I'm Monica Packer from About Progress, and this is a growth spurt, a bite-sized way you can increase your progress today. My oldest daughter recently started high school. This is a big transition for any child. For mine, it felt even bigger than typical because she's not a typical child, thanks to multiple special needs and also her history of attending a charter school through 8th grade instead of a traditional middle school. I didn't tell her, but I can tell you that I was in knots about this transition for literal years, but especially so the last year. We contemplated all sorts of high schools for her to attend, from charter to private to public, and ultimately, together, we decided that she was going to go to our neighborhood high school. So all summer long, my anxiety about this shift intensified. And I wasn't alone. It did for my daughter, too. Each day, she worried incessantly about if she would be able to fit in, if she'd find her classes, if all the sensory input would be far too overwhelming for her, if kids would make fun of her, and so much more. So we did what we could to prepare. We went to the school in the spring and in the summer to talk to the counselors, to tour, to get to know the teachers. We talked to other parents and other kids. Even more, though, we prepared by helping her have a mental touchstone she could rely on each day when the going got tough. The truth is, we knew it was going to be hard. In our minds, accepting that it would be hard and expecting it to be hard would make the hard easier to move through. But so would this, the touchstone that I gave my daughter the night before her first day, to look for the glimmers. Our comparison was the big open night sky. My daughter was lucky enough to attend a few camps this summer where she got to see what a big open night sky looks like without all of the light pollution. And with that analogy in mind, I helped her think about how, with all the universe's spectacle of stars and galaxies and asteroids, there are many times where you look up to the big night sky and you can't easily see the glimmers of light that are certain to be there. Sometimes in order to do so, you have to make a big, drastic shift. You have to go to the countryside or up in the mountains where light pollution is low, and bam, light is everywhere. But most of the time, you still can see more glimmers of light by staying planted right where you are, looking up, but intentionally seeking for those glimmers of light. And the more you look, the more you see. That was the touchstone for my daughter, to look for the glimmers. And we were right. The start of school was extremely difficult. In fact, the first few days were so hard, I was pretty convinced we would be headed to Plan B with hybrid homeschooling. But after about a week and then 2, things were getting better bit by bit. And a lot of it had to do with these glimmers of light my daughter had been collecting. From a kid who invited her to sit at the opening day's assembly with her, to a teacher who was fascinated by my daughter's encyclopedic knowledge of Taylor Swift, to a friend from church who waved to her in the hallway when she could tell she was pretty stressed. More and more glimmers have come. And it's not because the darkness isn't there, it is. But it's also because the light is there too. If you're facing a big dark night right now, I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm not going to tell you to just look on the bright side. I'm going to tell you this is hard, and to still look for the glimmers of light, the kind that make the hard times just a little easier to get through, day by day, until the whole world feels bathed in light. Look for the glimmers. That's it for today's Growth Spurt. I also want to do a progressor spotlight, and I'm kind of cheating on this one because it's going to be a collective one. A couple weeks ago, I put an Instagram stories up where I asked for your input on what breakfast you can prepare most of the night before and either pull out of the fridge or pop in the oven and have it nice and ready to go as soon as the kids get up for a very early morning breakfast, which 2 of my kids need to have now at 6:15 in the morning. And you delivered. There were so many incredible ideas, from making muffins the night before to doing egg casseroles to simple yogurts and toasts. So many great ideas, thanks to you. And I'm going to be sharing this soon on Instagram, so stay tuned for that if you haven't seen it yet. Or if you can't find it, let me know and email me. I can email you what the link is to the post. I just wanted to thank you. You really are a wealth of resource. And you, as a collective group, make up a giant glimmer of light for me in my life. As a quick reminder before we wrap up, please make sure to register for the More for Moms conference. This is an online virtual event that's for 5 days, but you get 7 days access to 25 special sessions with world-class speakers who will help you find more fulfillment, joy, and progress in your life and in your motherhood. It's all free for you at aboutprogress.com/moreformoms. Thank you so much for listening. Now go and do something with what you learned today.